Cao Cao wanted to execute Lu Dai and Wang Zhong. Kong Rong advised him, "Those two were never worthy opponents of Liu Bei. If you kill them now, you will chill the hearts of the troops." Cao Cao listened and spared their lives, merely dismissing them from office and forfeiting their stipends. He then planned to personally lead a campaign against Liu Bei. Kong Rong again remonstrated. "This is the depth of winter, an inauspicious time for arms. Wait until spring next year. First send envoys to bring Zhang Xiu and Liu Biao into allegiance, then move to pacify Su province." Cao Cao found this reasonable and first dispatched Lu Yi to persuade Zhang Xiu. When Lu Yi reached Xiangqing, he visited Jia Su first and extolled Cao Cao's virtue. Jia Su kept Lu Yi at his residence, and the next day brought him to see Zhang Xiu. As they were conferring, a messenger from Yuan Shao was announced. Zhang Xiu admitted the envoy and, reading the letter, found it also sought his allegiance. Jia Su asked Yuan Shao's man, "You have lately fought Cao Cao. How goes victory and defeat?" The envoy replied, "With the cold, both sides have paused. Because the general and Lord Liu Biao are famed for employing worthy men, my lord has specially sent me to invite you." Jia Su laughed aloud. "Go back and tell Yuan Benchu. When you cannot tolerate your own kin, how will you tolerate the realm's worthies?" He tore up the letter on the spot and drove the envoy out. Zhang Xiu grew anxious. Yuan Shao is strong and Cao Cao weak. If I treat Yuan Shao like this and he attacks, what then? Jia Su said, "Then cast your lot with Cao Cao." Zhang Xiu objected. "Cao Cao and I have blood enmity. How can we be reconciled?" Jia Su analyzed. There are 3 advantages to defecting to Cao Cao. First, he bears the Son of Heaven's mandate to quell the 4 quarters. Joining him is righteous in name. Second, though Yuan Shao is strong, he will not value us if we submit. Cao Cao is comparatively weaker and will rejoice to gain us. Third, Cao Cao harbors the ambition to rule. He will set aside past grudges and win hearts through virtue. General, you need not doubt. Zhang Xiu assented and met Lu Yi. Lu Yi praised Cao Cao again and said, "If the chancellor still held a grudge, why would he send me to make peace?" Overjoyed, Zhang Xiu led Jia Su and others to Xuchang to surrender. Zhang Xiu, upon seeing Cao Cao, bowed low. Cao Cao hastened to lift him up, clasped his hand, and said, "Let us forget former trifles." He appointed Zhang Xiu general who raises martial might, and made Jia Su controller of the imperial guards. At once, he had Zhang Xiu write to persuade Liu Biao to submit. Jia Su advised, "Liu Biao prizes literary repute. To move him, send a renowned man of letters." Cao Cao asked Sun Yu, "Who would fit?" Sun Yu replied, "Kong Wenju, Kong Rong would do." Cao Cao agreed. Sun Yu visited Kong Rong and said, "The chancellor seeks a man of lofty reputation for an embassy. Can you undertake it?" Kong Rong said, "I have a friend, Mi Hung, whose talent surpasses mine tenfold. A man like him belongs at the emperor's side, not merely on an embassy. I intend to recommend him." He then memorialized to recommend Mi Hung. Kong Rong's memorial essentially said, "Since ancient times, true kings have sought talent. Your Majesty faces peril and should employ the worthy. Mi Hung of Pingyuan 24 style Jinping is upright and gifted, learned and eloquent, quick of mind and bold in spirit. He recalls the style of the ancients, excels in writing and debate, and can solve crises. He should be ranked with men like Jia Yi and Zhong Jun, a rare genius. Summon him. If unfit, we will accept blame." The emperor read this and passed it to Cao Cao, who summoned Mi Hung. After rites, he did not invite him to sit. Mi Hung sighed, "Heaven and earth are vast. Why is there no true man?" Cao Cao said, "I have many heroes, Sun Yu, Guojia, Zhang Liao, Su Chu, and others." Mi Hung mocked them all. Sun Yu suited only for condolence, Guojia for poems, Zhang Liao to beat drums, Su Chu to herd cattle, and so on, calling the rest rice bags. Angered, Cao Cao asked, "And what of you?" Mi Hung declared, I master heaven and earth teachings in schools. I aid kings and match sages. How could I compare with such men? Zhang Liao drew sword to kill him, but Cao Cao said, I lack a drummer. Let him play to shame himself. At the feast, Mi Hung entered in rags and struck the 3 blows of Yu Yang. The sound moved many to tears. When ordered to change clothes, he stripped bare, then calmly donned trousers. Cao Cao rebuked him. Mi Hung retorted that Cao Cao was foul of eye, ear, mouth, belly, and heart. Kong Rong interceded, so Cao Cao exiled him as envoy to Liu Biao. Mi Hung reached Jing province and met Liu Biao. To his face he offered praise, but in truth he showered barbs. Liu Biao, displeased, sent him on to Huangzhou in Jiangxia. Someone asked Liu Biao, he mocked you, why not kill him? Liu Biao replied, Mi Hung has humiliated Cao Cao many times, and yet Cao Cao did not kill him, hoping I would do so and bear the name of slaying a worthy. I will simply send him to Huangzhou so Cao Cao knows I have judgment. All approved. At this time Yuan Shao also sent an envoy. Liu Biao asked his strategists, Yuan Shao has an emissary and Cao Cao has sent Mi Hung. What should I do? Han Song counseled, 2 tigers face one another. If the general seeks accomplishment, seize the moment to strike. If not, then choose the stronger side. Cao Cao is a master of war. Heroes flock to him. He will surely first destroy Yuan Shao, then march east. By then we will be hard-pressed. Better to offer Jing province to Cao Cao. He will surely esteem you. Liu Biao said, Go to Xuchang to see the situation. Then we will decide. Han Song answered, Between ruler and minister there are bounds. I now serve the general and will obey in all things. If you will conform above to the Son of Heaven and below to Cao Cao, then I can go. But if you remain irresolute, once in the capital I may be appointed by the emperor, and then I cannot continue in your service. Liu Biao said, Go and observe, I have other plans. Han Song took leave, reached Xuchang and met Cao Cao, who appointed him palace attendant and administrator of Lingling. Sun Yu said, Han Song came to sound things out and has no merit, yet you honor him. As for Mi Hung, no word. Why not inquire? Cao Cao said, Mi Hung insulted me too deeply. I intend to have Liu Biao kill him, so there is no need to ask. He then sent Han Song back to urge Liu Biao. On his return, Han Song praised the court and urged Liu Biao to send a son as hostage. Liu Biao raged, You harbor divided loyalties, and wanted to kill him. Han Song cried, The general has failed me. I have not failed the general. Kuai Liang said, He declared as much before he left. Thus Liu Biao pardoned him. Just then word arrived, Huangzhou had killed Mi Hung. Liu Biao asked why. They replied, Huangzhou and Mi Hung drank together and became drunk. Huangzhou asked, Whom did you meet of note in Xuchang? Mi Hung said, The elder is Kong Wenju, the younger Yang Dezhu. Besides the 2 there are no men. Huangzhou asked, And what of me? Mi answered, You are like a temple idol, though worshipped sadly without efficacy. In fury Huangzhou cried, You take me for a wooden man, and beheaded him. Mi Hung reviled them to his last breath. Saddened, Liu Biao had him buried by Parrot Islet. A later poem laments, Huangzhou unworthy of the elder's name, Mi Hung lies dead by the river's side. Come now to Parrot Islet's strand, and see the heartless waters glide. Mi Hung went to Jing province and saw Liu Biao. He praised with barbs, angering Liu Biao, who sent him on to Huangzhou. Asked why he spared him, Liu Biao said, Cao Cao wanted me to kill him and bear the name of slaying a worthy. I'll pass him to Huangzhou instead. Soon word came, Huangzhou had killed Mi Hung. Drunk together, Huangzhou asked who was notable in Xuchang. Mi Hung named only Kong Rong and Yang Xiao. Huangzhou asked, And me? Mi Hung replied, You are like a temple idol, worshipped but powerless. Enraged, Huangzhou slew him. Mi Hung cursed to his last breath. Saddened, Liu Biao buried him by Parrot Islet. Upwem Lamins. Huangzhou unworthy of elder's name, Mi Hung lies dead by the riverside. At Parrot Islet now, only merciless waters glide. They hauled Ji Ping in wearing a heavy kang. Cao Cao said, "You may not know, this man consorted with villains to murder me, but heaven did not aid him. Hear him speak himself." He had him flogged then and there. Ji Ping fainted. They splashed water to wake him. He awoke and cursed, "Chow thief! If you will not kill me, what do you wait for?" Cao Cao said, "There were 6 accomplices. Are you 7 in all?" Ji Ping answered only with curses. Wang Zifu and the others exchanged looks, sitting as upon pins and needles. Cao Cao alternated beating and interrogation. Ji Ping would not confess. Seeing no confession would come, Cao Cao had him dragged away. After the feast was dismissed, Cao Cao detained the 4, Wang Zifu and the rest, for a night banquet. They were terrified out of their wits, but had to stay. Cao Cao said, "I did not intend to keep you, but I have questions. What did you discuss with Dongcheng?" Wang Zifu said, "We discussed nothing." Cao Cao asked, "What was written on the white silk?" They refused to answer. Cao Cao brought in Qin Qingtong to confront them. Wang Zifu asked, "Where did you see it?" Qin said, "You avoided the crowd, the 6 of you wrote together. How can you deny it?" Wang Zifu retorted, "This slave committed adultery with the Lord Uncle's concubine, was punished and cannot be believed." Cao Cao said, "If Ji Ping tried to poison me, who could have directed him?" All 4 claimed ignorance. Cao Cao said, "Confess tonight and you may yet be spared. If I must discover it myself, there will be no mercy." They persisted in denial. In anger, Cao Cao ordered them all arrested and imprisoned. At daybreak he led men straight to Dongcheng's house to visit the sick. Dongcheng had no choice but to come to meet him. Cao Cao asked, "Why did you not attend last night's feast?" Dongcheng said, "My small ailment has not abated, I dared not go out." Cao Cao said, "It is an illness of anxiety for the state." Dongcheng started. Cao Cao asked, "Does the Lord Uncle know of Ji Ping's affair?" Dongcheng said, "I do not." Cao Cao sneered, "How could you not?" He called out, "Bring him here to treat the Lord Uncle's disease." Dongcheng was thrown into panic. Presently 20 jailers dragged Ji Ping to the terrace. Ji Ping cursed, "Cao Cao, traitor to the realm." Cao Cao said to Dongcheng, "This man has already named Wang Zifu and the 4. I have arrested them. 1 remains at large." He asked Ji Ping, "Who ordered you to harm me? Speak quickly." Ji Ping said, "Heaven charged me to slay the usurper." Enraged, Cao Cao ordered a violent beating. There was no sound spot left upon him. Watching, Dongcheng felt knives in his heart. Cao Cao asked again, "You had 10 fingers, why now only 9? Ji Ping said, "I bit off 1 to swear an oath to kill the national traitor." Cao Cao had a knife brought and ordered the remaining 9 fingers cut off then and there. "Cut them all, let us see how you swear now." Ji Ping said, "I still have my mouth to swallow the traitor and my tongue to revile him." Cao Cao ordered his tongue cut out. Ji Ping said, "Hold, I can no longer bear torture. I will confess. Untie me." Cao Cao said, "Untie him then." They loosed him. Ji Ping rose, bowed to heaven, and said, "That I could not kill the traitor for my country is fate." He finished the bow, then dashed his head against the steps and died. Cao Cao ordered his body dismembered and displayed. This was the 1st month of the 5th year of Jianan. A historian wrote, "No hope glimmered for Han's line, a healer named Ji Ping arose. He swore to cleanse the court of knaves, and offered up his life for his lord. He bore the cruelest torments through, and met a death most grim. 10 fingers bled for righteous name, and left a fame for 1,000 years." Seeing Ji Ping dead, Cao Cao had Qin Qingtong brought forth. Cao Cao asked, "Does the Lord Uncle recognize this man?" Dongcheng flared. So the runaway slave is here. He should be killed. Cao Cao said. He first informed against treason. Now he confronts you. Who dares kill him? Dongcheng said. Why does the chancellor trust the word of a fugitive? Cao Cao said. Wang Zifu and the others are in my grasp and have confessed. Will you still deny? He immediately ordered Dongcheng seized, then sent attendants to Dongcheng's bedchamber, where they seized the edict in the belt and the covenant. Reading them, Cao Cao laughed loudly. Mice like you dare attempt this. He ordered the arrest of Dongcheng's entire household, high and low, none to escape. Returning home, Cao Cao showed the edict to his strategists and resolved to depose Emperor Xian and enthrone another. As the saying has it, several lines of blood-edged edicts came to naught. A strip of silk with pledges brought disaster. What would become of Emperor Xian's life? That awaits the next chapter's telling. Summary. This chapter narrates how Cao Cao successively accepted the surrender of Zhang Xiu and Jia Su, then sought to bring Liu Biao over by sending Mi Heng as envoy. Mi Heng, brilliant yet arrogant, mocked Cao Cao and the court at every turn. Banished to Jiangxia, he was ultimately killed by Huang Zu. Meanwhile, Dongcheng and his circle plotted to assassinate Cao Cao, but failed. Physician Ji Ping attempted to poison Cao Cao and was discovered, endured savage torture without implicating others, and took his own life. Dongcheng and the rest were arrested en masse. Cao Cao then contemplated deposing Emperor Xian, and the court's peril deepened. The chapter highlights Cao Cao's use of men, punishments, and stratagems, while portraying the fierce integrity and loyal resolve of Mi Heng and Ji Ping. The plot is tight and sets the stage for the palace upheavals to come. Knowledge notes. 1. Cause of Mi Heng's death. According to the Book of the Later Han, biography of Mi Heng, he was indeed killed by Huang Zu because of his unbridled arrogance and disrespect, not for the dramatized stripping to scold the usurper scene that the novel embellishes. 2. Physician Ji's poisoning. In the records of the Three Kingdoms with Pei Songji's annotations, Ji Ping participated in Dongcheng's plot to kill Cao Cao and was executed after the plot failed. The historical account frames his death as punishment for conspiracy. Explicit details of poisoning are not as prominent as in the novel. 3. Timeline of the Mi Heng and Ji Ping episodes. Historically, the two events did not occur in immediate succession. The novel juxtaposes them within one chapter for dramatic tension, heightening the sense that dangers hem Cao Cao in on all sides.